Green Goblin, Green Goblin, Green Goblin. Them say, if you say the goblin name 3 times, you get a pot of gold. I did not forget about you, Iron Pussy, Panhead, and the clan, Teletubby, and the whole clan. So Green Goblin, Green Goblin, Green Goblin. Maybe I'll get a pot of gold. I'm gonna speak about a hit-and-run driver. He owns a white car, not very new. Let's go.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's countryman again. Just I lick you with some wisdom, and I lick you with some knowledge. You gotta take inside your brain. It says, son, I've learned a lot out of reading people faces. No matter how them a go on like, them original, them fake. You gotta know when to walk and know when to run and know when to fall and know when to stand.
Come on, brother. Do you want to go to war? Come on. Do you want to go to war? We'll take you to war, okay?
The Director of Corrections at the Borderley Correctional Facility, which has operated for 21 years, says the facility prides itself in providing prisoners with a controlled, secure, safe, humane, productive, and rehabilitative environment.
We have been working assiduously to ensure that officers are properly trained so that we could meet the mandate of the 1955 Vienna Convention. We follow these rules to the T at the institution. And one of our mandates in that particular rule is for us to have humane treatment and, of course, a duty of care for all the residents in our charge.
Mr. Guard underscored the importance of training recruits with knowledge of these laws and teaching them de-escalating strategies which will reduce the likelihood of physical altercations with inmates. While some inmates may provoke violence, it is the officer's right to defend themselves within the applicable force limit. Mr. Guard encourages officers to continue adhering to the laws in an effort to retain their integrity.
In 2015, a contingent from the United Kingdom called the Group 4 were responsible for training the initial officers at the institution. We also had some other officers trained at the police training school on a number of courses. And these officers are sufficiently trained to manage the current environment at the Borderley Correctional Facility in line with the international standards.
He says many of the achievements of inmates and officers at the facility go unrecognized. Mr. Guard encourages the public to exercise discretion with how they paint the BCF, since it is not all bad. He encourages inmates to continue doing their best and excel in the various courses to become more equipped for reintegration into society.
We have celebrated residents who have had sporting achievements over the years by sending them and do further training in the way of being certified instructors. We have also celebrated by having persons going out and play in the community in things like football. We have also celebrated by having events, for example, like literary night.
Yes, Mr. Verndal. A round of applause to the person that wrote you that speech. Just like Goblin, you came on and you said absolutely nothing. You know why you said nothing? We're going to address some key points now. Let's go. Okay, Mr. God, we're going to address some issues. Now, you talk about the Geneva Convention and you quoted. Now quote this. Why is there no flowing water in the prison? Water is turned on 2 times a day. Now why there is holes in the cell where the man them and prisoners or inmate need to use the bathroom and there's no toilet? It's a damn hole. While you guys, Mr. Verngard, use $3 million to build a fence and a canteen. Why is that money not put to sanitation and fixing the infrastructure inside the prison? Did you look into the Geneva Convention about that? Because I'm quite sure it deals with sanitation and prisoners' rights. No, you get a budget and you're taking the money and you're not providing the proper diets for the people them, the inmate them inside that prison. For example, you have to provide fruits. You understand? That's a part of a nutrition diet. Now, I am quite sure the Geneva Convention on the psychological state of inmates or people in prison. Why is there no phones? Why is there no TV? How do these people communicate with their loved ones to reintegrate back into society? You make it next to impossible.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay, Mr. God. No phones, no TV. But explain to me, why all over the jail in the morning when the inmates them wake up and they're on their work detail, all they're finding is condoms, used condoms. This is when the inmate them is locked up. You understand? Explain all the used condoms all over the jail. Now, Mr. Verndal, I am appalled because you said people are trained, but they're not trained. Now, when I call the jail, nobody answer the phone. And if somebody do answer the phone, their behavior is so aggressive, I feel like I call an animal shelter to try and look for my dog that the animal catcher them catch. You say your guards are vetted. That's not true. You talk about going outside to play football. That is reform. No, that's not true. I'm going to tell you what reform is. Now, you talk about reform. And when the inmate them come out, them can't get a job, them not have nothing to do, they go right back into the same practice. What would be a full reform or full reintegration is you and the private sector farm jobs. So the businesses them out there, you work with them on a special reintegration or a reform program. So when inmates finish their time, they can get a job and they can reintegrate into society. That's a no-brainer plan. Because a lot of these inmates, they're on a first name basis with the guards. And you know why? Because they're repeat offender. So if there was reform and reintegration, this would never be so in the first place. So there is definitely no reform. It's just a repeat, a revolving door, yo. So Mr. Vern, in the $3 million budget, I hope you use some of that to fix the toilet, give them a flow of continuous running water, put 4 phones and 1 TV on each of the ranges, okay? That's what you should do with the $3 million you get in the budget. Since you read the Geneva Convention, you should put this in your budget because you should know about this. There is no health care. There is no dentist. There is no on-site doctor. If you need dental care, your family or your friends outside have to arrange it. And when they do it, they guard them pop style upon the man them and pop style upon the family them. So since you read the Geneva Convention, that's in there. And you need to put it in your thing, in your budget, and in your prison.
They are called man's best friend, special dogs that aid in policing. And of course, the duties of canine include searching for drugs, explosive, lost persons, pursuing fugitives, and of course, combing crime scene for evidence, and most of all, protecting the handler we have on our midst today. And we're quite grateful by the French authorities for, training Mr. Raji to be our handler. But it's quite important, as we were told earlier, that this canine Tyson, the newest member to our organization, will be its specific responsibility is to search for explosive drugs and notes.
We have a multifaceted cooperation, and I'm actually very pleased to see with us today the DPP, who is a very important person on the island, and it's a way for me and joy for me to salute you, because
This, to me, is an insult to St. Lucia and an insult to the police commissioner. How can France give them one dog when they have 12 constituencies? When, if you're up in the North constituency and them get a tip off, say, yo, you're coming to the South with one dog. By the time you get to the South, whatever you're trying to find is gone. How can one dog be sufficient in policing St. Lucia? Explain that to me. Can somebody do the maths? No, once again, they have the commissioner as the poster girl. She knows nothing about what's going on, and you can tell that lady don't even want to be there. Madam, I'm not cutting this out. Madam Commissioner, I would give them back the dog and get your own dogs, because you could get dogs anywhere on the planet, trained and everything. You have organizations out there that would come to St. Lucia and give you the dog and help train them. So, giving you one dog and making you the poster girl for silliness is not cool to me. And it is a big disrespect to St. Lucian people. This French ambassador coming up here, bigging up Green Goblin and giving us one dog. Why you don't give Green Goblin the dog and let Green Goblin take the dog to Feniard? Once again, see Green Goblin there sitting down, ridiculing her, because at his press conference, he put all the blame on her. So he's not going to step up and try and tell her, no, they're ridiculing you or whatnot. So yeah, he's sitting there ridiculing her because he blamed her for everything. And she has become the poster girl for their blaming. Madam Commissioner, take a look at your force, because you have the police in your force saying they're their brother's keeper. And you will not have a police talk against another police. Then, if that's the case, I don't think St. Lucia will be getting any justice. One more thing, there's a guy in Viewfort, in Condiment, giving the guys them guns, because I've been getting a lot of call about this. Now, the man name is Bounty, and the incident where the young man died going into the policeman house or policeman yard for thief or whatnot and got killed, that gun belongs to Bounty. So, Madam Commissioner, take a look into Bounty from Viewfort in Condiment. You understand? Because he's out there putting guns in the youths them hand. One more thing. The man who got hit by the car in the free zone, he's a Jamaican national, and he worked by the hotel Coconut Bay, and he is a Jamaican national. My name is Countryman. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on another video. I'm out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.